Our next movie is a biopic about a colorful and controversial figure directed by Barry Levinson and starring Al Pacino. But in spite of this pedigree, you won't be able to see it at the local multiplex. Instead, you can, and you should, watch it on HBO starting this weekend. The movie is called You Don't Know Jack, as in Jack Kevorkian, the Michigan pathologist celebrated by some and reviled by others for helping hopelessly ill patients end their lives. The movie is sympathetic to Kevorkian, but it doesn't shy away from showing the abrasive side of his personality.
I can't trust you. I can't trust you, and I can't trust either one of you. Together, you don't make it easy for me. You're supposed to make it easy for me, but you don't.
How dare you, Jack?
How dare you? All my life, I've been making it easier for you.
Yeah,
all my life, do you hear me?
That's Brenda Vaccaro as Jack's sister, Margot, part of a first-rate supporting cast that also includes John Goodman, Susan Sarandon.
I have my first patient. But what I don't have
is a place.
Yes.
And you'd like to use my home. Well, if you're going to come to my home, you're going to have to dress more cheerfully.
And Danny Houston, who plays Kevorkian's hard-working, grandstanding lawyer, Jeffrey Feiger.
You paid my bail?
Yeah, I bailed you out. Let's go.
What kind of lawyer does that? What's the matter with you, Jeff? Don't you see I'm denying myself nourishment? I'm starving to death for 3 days to make a point.
You Don't Know Jack does turn didactic at the end, turning a very complicated character into a saintly crusader while caricaturing his opponents as self-righteous zealots. But the complexity is there in Pacino's performance. He suggests the tangle of Kevorkian's motives and emotions without quite letting you in. You Don't Know Jack might make you uncomfortable, and it probably won't change your mind on the issue of euthanasia, but you should by all means see it.
Yes, I say see it. I think I liked it a little less than you did because the material, for my money, is about here, and I think the acting is really quite a bit better.
Yeah.
I have to say, though, it's heartening to see an actor like Pacino, who is kind of floundering on the big screen projects. HBO forces good actors to re-engage with their craft.
Well, and gives them room to play really interesting, unusual characters. I mean, this is not a standard, movie guy. It's not like an action hero or a cop or the kind of person that Pacino would usually be playing these days. And we'll talk about Pacino in a web exclusive that people can look at. But I do think this is a wonderful showcase for him. And also, I think, Barry Levinson, who has had his own, not spectacular record of big screen projects recently.
This
really,
is his best.
job.
Absolutely. This is Levinson's best work since Wag the Dog, I would say. I think. One thing that does hold us back and make it good but not great is what you said about caricaturing and stereotyping the other side of this euthanasia argument. Because if you have 2.5 hours, I really do feel that you can deal a little more with true gray areas. And for my money, it's not quite enough to just have other characters keep telling Jack Kevorkian, you're an enigma. I don't. What's in your head? What makes a doctor assist in this many suicides?
Well,
it's just a little. It's a little less than it should
part.
be.
It was the sort of the white knight at the end part that I could have done a little more.
Yeah, good.
That.
Still, a lot to wrestle with.
Absolutely, and a good movie.